Good morning. Welcome to our class. Today I'm going to share with you an O-level class that is based on balance. And the invitation for you will be to be nearby a wall if balance is not your forte. And the class is going to be in English only today. It's challenging to teach in both language back and forward and more with balance. And next time I'll do one in Spanish. What we're going to need for this class is a blog or a book or something that provides you stability about this thick. I have homemade props, and this is kind of my station, which is a mat, a block, and I found this box, and that's been my block during this quarantine, and it works pretty well for something like that with that thickness. And we're gonna warm up with some sun salutations. If you don't know sun salutations very well, I really recommend the earlier class, the 4 o'clock. Sorry, no, it's not 4 o'clock. It was 9 a.m. A sun salutation tutorial, where we go with detail how to do chaturangas, how not to do them, careful on the shoulders, careful on your hands. So it's a really good class to learn to do Surya Namaskar and keep yourself healthy. So we're going to start with a little bit of centering, and we're going to do it standing today to start feeling our feet. Remember that balancing poses are in your feet, in your hands, in your seat bones, on your back, in all fours. There's so many ways to do balancing poses. So today we're going to visit a few sequences on your feet, on your seat bones, and maybe let's see if we have time to explore something on your knees. So you're going to start into beautiful mountain pose. It's early in the morning here, so I want to stretch up a little bit. And remember, a big part of yoga is being open to intuitive movement for you. You know, some people start right away planking into Samasthiti or Tadasana. Why don't you get to feel your body a bit? Go and flex your toes up and down a couple of times. Roll your shoulders up and down. Maybe sometimes if we slept on the wrong side, and maybe the neck and the shoulders are a little bit stiff. And finally, release your arms by your sides, nice and gentle. Quick alignment cue for lower backs, okay? There was a very popular instruction for balancing for core awareness that is said, bring the tailbone under and tuck the belly in. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that closely so you see the impact that have on your hips. So bring the tailbone under and the navel in. What happened on your back is you completely erase and flatten the natural curve on your spine, which is not good for you. So what I'm going to ask you is to restore the natural curves on your back, which is natural. You have lumbar, and it's also natural. You have a curve in your cervical vertebrae, because this instruction was very popular like 10 years ago. Any yoga class that was going to work balance or core said, belly in, tailbone under. And trial and error has proven us that this is something that can really hurt your hips, can really hurt the alignment on your spine, and eventually reflect up into neck. So when you stand into mountain, you want to rectify your curves. Of course, we're not going into the topic right now. If you have lordosis, which is kind of this back with a deep curve, or if you have scoliosis, then you have to work higher into your alignments. Stand up, breathe, feel natural in your standing. Breathe in Ujjayi. Plant your feet on the ground. Look down to your toes. Lift the 10 toes off the mat. Spread the toes wide. And see if you can see space right in between your toes. Feeling the length of the crown reaching. Feeling an extension. Feel space. Also connect to your quadriceps, pulling in. Connect to your pelvic floor, doing a little bit of engagement between the inner thighs. Start breathing into a deep Ujjayi breath. If you don't know what Ujjayi breath is, narrowing the back of your throat, creating with each inhale and each exhale the sound of the ocean. I'll put my microphone close to me so you can hear it. You do Ujjayi breath with your mouth seal, and this helps you to warm up the midsection, detoxify your body, slow down the breath, and get stronger. Now bring your hands into prayer, Samasiddhi, Om Shanti Shanti. Welcome everybody to class. Namaste. We're going to start with some Surya Namaskar. We're going to get the props aside. Remember, if Surya Namaskar is not your way to warm up, choose any other sequence that you like that doesn't require so much work if this is too much work for you or if you simply don't like them. Standing to the front of your mat, we're going to go with 8-point pose and lifting in Bhujangasana, which is more Hatha style. And we're going to switch from low lunge to warrior 1 to warrior 2 to really warm up the body and then start balancing. Bring your hands in prayer. Lift up the chest again. Activate your spine and core. Empower. Inhale. Bring your arms up. Lift up. Extend all your body. And on the exhalation, let's cascade forward, forward, and down. On the next inhale, we're going to lift the spine up. One breath, rising, lifting. Chest moves away from the shins, right here. And on the exhale, you fold, 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 fold. Low lunge, inhale. Right leg goes back. Bring the knee to the floor. Raise your arms to the ceiling. And on the exhale, plant your hands on the ground. Step back to high push-up. Knees on the ground. Lift the sit bones, go into 8-point pose. And on the next inhale, start gentle with a low cobra. And on the exhale, let's go into downward facing dog. Breathe here 3 times. Look to your hands, and on the next inhale, step the right foot forward between your hands. Big, big, big step. Lift your head on your chest. And on the exhale, forward bend. Go down to the shins. Down, down, down. And on the next inhale, allow yourself to lift, rise. And on the exhale, bring your hands in prayer. One more time, take a deep inhale, arms up. On the exhalation, cascade forward and down. Halfway, the torso, the head, the arms lift, inhale. Halfway, lift up, lengthen, lengthen. And on the exhalation, fold, 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 fold. Left leg, inhale, step back. Bring the knee on the ground, raise your arms nice and tall. And on the exhale, the hands go down. Bring your leg back. That's it, knees on the ground. Sit bones open, 8-point pose. And on the next inhale, you slide forward, lift. This time, high Bhujangasana. If you feel ready, you can stay in low cobra. And On the exhale, we go through downward facing dog. And breathe here 3 times. Look out forward. And on the next inhale, left leg step to the front, big step. On the exhale, you step forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold, fold, fold. Straight spine, Samasthiti, inhale. Exhale, close. Second with warrior 1, inhale. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold to the shins one more time. This moment exists, don't erase it. Right leg back, inhale, warrior 1. Plant your heel on the ground, hip square. Lift in one breath all the way up, temple mudra rising. Exhale, the hands go down. Quickly step your leg back, knees on the ground, sit bones open, 8-point pose. Inhale, your extension, Bhujangasana. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Ujjayi. Uddiyana in your down dog. Try to hollow the belly. Put in belly lock. Step forward. Inhale. Let's bring now the right foot in between your hands. Big step, lift up, head up, just up. And on the exhale, fold to the front, forehead down. Inhale, halfway, everything rises. And on the exhale, forward bend. Don't erase this moment. It does exist and is warming up your hamstrings and your back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, one more time, rise. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway, lift. Exhale, this moment exists, fall in this Uttanasana, nice and deep. Step left leg back, inhale, warrior 1, plant your heel on the ground, knee bend over the ankle, and rise, hips are square. Exhale, bring your hands down, step back, 8-point pose. Bhujangasana, inhale. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And breathe 3 times in here. In each sun salutation, your body starts to switch, start to warm up. It feels one so different than the other. Look out forward. Inhale, left leg, big step between your hands. On the exhale, step to the front. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, fold, fold. Careful with backs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands in prayer. Good. Third variation, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, come halfway, lift. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, inhale. Plant the heel on the ground, arch to arch alignment quickly. Raise both arms, hips are open to the side. Bend the knee into warrior. Inhale. On the exhale, windmill, your arms down, step your leg back, knees on the ground, sit bone up, go down, down, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to downward dog. Breathe here 3 times. On the next inhale, step the right foot forward between your hands, big step. On the exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale halfway. Maybe if you're feeling more flexible, grab the back of the ankles, fold deeper now. Inhale, rise straight, spine all the way up. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway. Inhale, lift up. Move away, move away. Exhale, forehead down towards the shins. Left leg, inhale, step back. Heel plants on the ground, heel to heel align, and raise your arms up to warrior. Look out forward, drop the hips a bit, feel the work in your leg. Good. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down, leg back, 8-point pose. Bhujangasana, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here 3 times. Concentrate how the body really begins to open now. Look out forward, inhale. Left foot step forward. And on the exhalation, you're going to stand to the front. Inhale halfway. Exhale, maybe increasing the stretch a little bit more. Fold. And let's rise, inhale, straight up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Okay, that was a little fast warm-up. Now we're going to start with more warm-ups for the hamstrings. So we're going to stand into the front of your mat with your feet open like your hips right there. Taking a deep inhale, bringing your arms up. And on the exhalation, you're going to cascade forward and down, blocks around in case you need them. So the first 5 breaths, we're going to invite you here to grab into the back of the ankles. Take a deep inhale, lift up. Doing Uddiyana Bandha, I show you in a side profile what I mean. Exhale, fold. So I'm going to show you what the famous Uddiyana Bandha looks like, okay? So as you're holding here, when I'm not doing Uddiyana, my belly looks like this. So when I'm trying to do Uddiyana, I will do a lift inhale. And on the exhalation, fold. And start bringing abdominal muscles underneath the rib cage, creating a belly lock. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. Uddiyana protects your back. Uddiyana makes you work harder and really good. Really good to heating up the midsection. It's a belly lock, an energy lock. Now grab the big toes. Lock with your thumbs. Take a deep inhale, lift halfway. And when you're ready, you go back to Uddiyana. Fold. Breathe 5. Now stand on your hands. It's an advanced variation. If it doesn't happen, you can repeat one of the two. Take a deep inhale, lift halfway. And one more time, exhale. Try to fold, plucking the shoulders, long necks. Breathe 5 times. Ujjayi Uddiyana. Beautiful, you're done. You're gonna release. And we're gonna get into your block if you need it. If you're away from the ground, you need a block to help you lifting a bit. Good, and once you lift a bit, bring your feet together. And we're gonna warm up side of your leg and IT band. So you're gonna put the right leg behind the left. Align your toes perfectly. Make space for your knees. And that is going to give you an intense sensation on the side part of your leg. And one more time on the next inhale, this is where the balancing begins. You lift up halfway. And on the exhale, with this very radius, a small radius of balance, fold down. Try to bring the sit bones to the ceiling. Stretch your calf, Achilles tendon. That's an intense one. On the next inhale, let's lift halfway one more time. On the exhale, bend your knees so you don't fall. Release your leg. And do the exactly same thing to the other side. Left leg crosses, align your toes. And inhale to lengthen. And on the exhalation to fold, fold. Beautiful. Last one. Lovely. And now bring your hands in front of you and release the leg. And we're going to start our first balancing pose, which is going to be on the balls of your feet. It's going to be balancing Malasana on your feet. So a red flag for knees, you can skip that one and maybe you can go to regular Malasana or do anything else you want if the knees are in danger. So what we're going to do first is go up into the bent toes. So this is a good exercise here for you to warm up a bit into your feet. Knees together, very careful. Start descending. Keep the heels of the ground and start making the shins parallel to the ground as you start to lift up and rise up. There you are. This is how you look to the front. And this is what you're trying to do if you're sideways. So this is super work for your feet. Super work for your balance. And some students, they're new to this and feel uncertain right now. You can remain with your fingertips on the ground. Deep Ujjayi breaths, and when you're ready, you can go and bring your hands in prayer if you want a little bit more challenge. Maybe yes, maybe not. Good. And if you want a tiny bit more, you're gonna go and Incline forward with the chest, still in balance. I'm not letting go of the feet. Right elbow over the left knee and twist in prayer in this beautiful balancing pose. Of course, you're beginning to feel your ankles, the ligaments around them, the muscle, the tendon. Inhale, get back. Don't give up, don't let go of your feet. And on the exhalation, let's bring the elbow over to the other side. Of course, I'm looking shaky. I am shaking, and obviously the tendons on my feet are starting to really, really feel this. Just one more breath right here to complete it. Don't give up, don't give up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, go down. And one more time, go into standing forward bend. Inhale, lift up the sit bones, release the feet on the ground, which is going to feel really good. And go down. Let's open up into the chest a bit. Let's bring with the hands behind you, interlace in mudra. Take a deep inhale, bring your arms nice and straight. And on the exhale, do this prolonged forward bend. Forehead down to the shins. Eventually next week I'm gonna do another session of balancing into advanced yoga. Today is all levels, so you can tone it down to beginner and you can tone it down to medium or all level class. But more than welcome, if you're at home and if you know the advanced variations of whatever we're gonna show, please take them. As you wish yoga. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhalation we're gonna start going up, knees slightly bent, knuckles lift you. Good. This is the side profile in Uddiyana. Rise, rise, rise. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's begin with our first flow in balance on your feet. We're gonna go starting into tree to Egyptian step, which both of them is the same alignment on your hips. Let's flow together. You're not gonna need block right now. You're gonna need it later so you can put it sideways. And when you're ready, bring yourself into a thin mat or into the ground if you need so. Start with a very, very relaxed version of your tree so you don't get tired with very advanced variations, because we're going to be here for a while. If your balance is not okay and you have vertigo or any health condition that is dangerous for you to be on your feet, I recommend you always do your balance near to a wall in case you need to put your index there for support. Otherwise, return to your mat. Now, begin with whatever side you feel comfortable. I always like to start on the right, so I don't have to think about it, and I only have the left side left to do. And I'm not like, what side I started? I don't remember. So that way, always from the right, you never miss the left. So put the weight into the right leg. Tree pose can become very easy right here, foot on the ground. Next variation will be in your calf. As soon as the leg comes off the ground, outer rotation of major trochanter or head of the femur. So your hip rotates out this way, but pelvis doesn't move. And now you start here. Maybe you want to go above the knee. Never do this. The knee is not designed to take weight. So you might want to go here. And if you are very, very comfortable in your tree pose, you might want to grab your foot and bring it all the way up in the inner thigh, heel basically in the groin. And remember outer rotation of your hip. Bring your hands in prayer. Relax. Breathe. Spreading the branches of your tree, take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, open up into this beautiful goddess. Maybe a little bit higher, however you feel comfortable. It's almost restful if you got the right parts where they belong. Now bring your arms right here, align with the shoulders. Extend your arms for a moment, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, again, starting from the right, look to the right side. Inhale, look to center. Exhale, look to the left side. And on the next inhale, you're going to return. On the exhale, hands are going to go into Anjali Mudra prayer pose. On the next inhale, carefully without falling, let your foot go. Turn your rotation in. Head of the femur comes in. Hands in prayer. Good. Take a moment. Lift up your leg a bit. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhalation, big step with your leg behind you. Bring your hands into your hips. Turn your hips forward. If you're very flexible, the legs are wide apart. If your hamstrings are a little bit tight, then you shorten up your steps. So do your arrangements that you want. And right now, bring behind you a little bit of a mudra with your cup, each elbow with each palm, and square the chest. Both legs are straight. One more time, you're in balancing. Not as tough as 3 because you have both feet. If you want to make it a little bit tougher for your balance, try to have the feet on the same line but the hips still square. Inhale, lengthen up, lift up, reach up. And on the exhale, forward. And try not to round your spine and go as down as you can go. Immediately down, find a drishti, a point that is not moving, maybe on your mat, maybe on the ground. Hold 5 breaths. Calm your mind if your mind is uneasy right now with this. Try to just focus on the breath and on your drishti so the mind doesn't start struggling. You have 3 more. Pull your quadriceps if you find it too tough in your hamstrings. Pull the quads up. Very nice. And now on the next inhale, we're gonna lift up, rise up. This is a nice, easy warm-up balancing flow. And on the exhale, you're gonna let go. Reverse balancing flows is really advanced. Sometimes we think that putting the foot behind your crown or doing all these kind of flexible binding poses is advanced yoga. Sometimes advanced yoga is absolute stability on your body so you can reverse flows, which is something really technical. So right here, we're gonna go back to tree pose, bending the front knee slightly. On the next inhale, you're gonna step forward, bring your leg up, turn your hip out and find your variation of tree. Hands in prayer. In this second visit, as you're getting warmer, I'm going to suggest half lotus tree. If you're ready and your knee has no complications and your hips still have rotation, The heel can go nice and high, bringing the knee down. You can release and bring your hands in prayer, or the left arm goes behind you. Of course, this is a little bit more advanced. Grabs onto your foot and the other arm rises. And we're going to keep it there to make it all levels. Hold, steady mind, relax your head. Breathe. Put your hand down into your chest. Release the other arm. Lift up for the last moment. Knees pointing down. There is no distress in the knee because the movement is happening from the head of the femur, not from the knee. Inhale, bring the knee up. And exhale. You let it go. Shake out your legs. This is my absolute passion in yoga. Do intriguing balancing poses, reversing and coming back. Let's stand to the front, bring the hands together. Take a deep inhale, bring your arms up. We're gonna do a little sun salutation A between flows. Exhale, forward down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back. 8 point. Inhale, rise, Bhujangasana, which is gonna feel lovely. And on the exhale, back to downward facing dog. Look out forward, inhale. And on the exhale, step to the front. Halfway, inhale. And on the exhale, fall down, fall down. Take a deep inhale, bring yourself up, 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 up. And on the exhale, hands in prayer. Good. Let's do the other side. This is my favorite part. How one side behaves that one way and how the other side could be absolutely different. So I have no expectation. I have to confess. The left side is my weak side, so I might fall in front of you. I have grown old enough that it's okay to fall in front of whoever is watching. It's not the first time that I will fall in life, neither the last one that I stand up again. So it's okay if you fall. Now, no ego, no expectations. Get into the ground or into a thin mat. Good. Stand with your feet hip-width apart. Remember to get a surface close to you if balancing is a challenge. Put the weight onto the left leg now. Remember what we did? First was putting the weight to the right. Now we're going to the left. Whatever I'm teaching you, I mirror you. So you don't have to think what side and what you see in the screen is what we're doing together. Now start with a very easy variation of tree, and even in the easiest variation, that is an outer rotation of head of the femur inside receptacles. Now square your chest. Going to the next variation, maybe foot inside your calf, maybe above the knee, never on the knee. And maybe we'll be okay to bring your foot all the way up, basically with the heel into your groin and foot on the inner thigh. And just relax for a moment, let go. Bring our hands in prayer. On the next inhale, arms out. On the exhale, open your arms in goddess. Focus, focus. Good. Now, when you're ready, extend your arms. Starting from the left. Inhale, look to the left hand. Exhale, center. Inhale to the right hand. Exhale, center. It's of course normal that you feel this stuff. Oopsie, there you go. On the next inhale, bring your hands back into prayer. On the exhale, bring the knee up. Hold up, square your hips. Take another beautiful inhale. On the exhale, start swinging your leg back, back, back into beautiful alignment of the hips, square in Egyptian step. Remember, if the hips are this way, you're not going to get the same result of this asana as the pelvis was forward in a line. Go with your mudra on your hands. Remember the alignment on your feet. If you want to make it more interesting, you can align your feet almost one behind the other. That will be more challenge. Do as you wish. Inhale. And the exhale, go forward, 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 and down. Of course, you're managing into your drishti. You can make your drishti your toes, 1 foot off the ground. Try not to round spine. That's why you have your hands back, so shoulders keep working in towards each other. You have your breaths going on. You have to complete 5. Put some quadricep. You have like 4 left. The hamstring feels like it's too much for them today. More quad, more lift of the kneecap. And when you are ready, on the next inhale, we're gonna bring ourselves back up, lift up, rise. And on the exhale, let go and shake your arms a little bit. Spread your toes, little bit of quad. And right here, we're gonna reverse the flow, which is kind of the most interesting part. When you're ready, on the next inhale, step forward, bring the knee up, up, up. Try to find your variation in tree pose again. Rotation from your hip. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Breathe. Going into the next variation, a little bit more advanced. Not that you have to, you might stay here. Is bringing your foot with the heel very nice and high towards your hip. Grab the top of your foot. Rotation into head of the femur inside receptacles for Lotus Tree. And making sure that your hip is open and the knee pointing down. No pain on the knee. You can bring your arm up. Or the next level, the right arm goes back, finds your foot, hold it, and the other arm rises. So this bind is making you not to scoop on your back, is maintaining the curve of your lower back open and the shoulder open. Breathe. Now slowly bring your hand back into your chest. On the next inhale, release your hand in prayer. Hold there another 3 breaths. Hold into that lotus, comfortable, comfortable. On the next inhale, you bring the knee up. On the exhale, the leg goes down. Shake it a bit. Inviting a sun salutation. A, to not remind lock in your body, to prepare to the second. Vinyasa on balancing. Inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, cascade forward, forward, and down. On the next inhale, you're going to come up halfway. On the exhalation, plant your hands on the ground, step back, and you're going to do again your 8-point pose. You can do chaturangas instead if you want. Inhale. Bhujangasana or upper dog as you wish. I'm doing cobras a little bit deeper for the back. An extra breath if it feels really good. Una respiración extra si se siente a gusto. And now slowly into your knees and up to downward facing dog. Stretch here for 5 breaths. Look out forward, take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, let's step or jump to the front as you wish. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands in prayer. The next one is one of my favorites, I think. The number one favorite in my practice, the one that brings joy to me. Triangle, Trikonasana, connection with Ardha Chandrasana, with half moon pose. That you might need your block. I'm going to show the variation for all levels, en intermediate and advanced. Voy a mostrarte la variación de todos los niveles de intermedio y avanzado. Please stay where you need to. We're going to start to the front of your mat with your hands in prayer. Take a deep inhale. Remember, right leg rises as you inhale. And on the exhale, the right leg is going to go back. Good. And right away, we're going to start adjusting ourselves for triangle pose. So if you're used to working with blocks right now, you're going to have it right here so you can move it in and out at your convenience. Plan your space because you're going to end up in Ardha Chandrasana. If you can see, I have the wall too close, so I'm going to move a little bit back so I have space right there. Now, extend the arms and make sure that your feet is right underneath the wrist. That's about right. Front heel is out 90. Back heel turns in from the pelvis, not from the ankle, which naturally brings the foot slightly into a 30 or 45 degree angle according to your hip. So you don't start triangle here, you start triangle with an inner rotation of your pelvis, making you look open and comfortable. Open your arms, take a deep inhale, and on the exhalation you go forward. Haven't said the word down yet. Continue forward. If you already feel too much stretch right here, you please stop right now. If there is more space, you might be able to touch the ground or with your block. Some people really like to work with blocks. Breathe. Arm to the ceiling. Hold on. If you get a good triangle, there is a very good probability that your Ardha Chandrasana is going to be as great as well. Because it's like the flying triangle, el triángulo volador, the flying version of triangle. Pull your quads, lift up, find your balance. That hand is literally there only for moral support. I even sometimes like to work my hand on the belly for a moment just to make sure they're totally engaged. Breathe. And now what I'm gonna do, if I need to, is get that block in front, preparing my landing in Ardha Chandrasana. I don't need a block, so I'm going to work it without it. Good. And when you're ready, look forward and down, bend your knee. Have a big step with no hesitation forward. Find a drishti, a focal point, move away from the ground and start growing up to your leg. Grow, grow, grow. Good. Advance, you're gonna bend your knee nice and high and open. Grab your foot. Micro bend knee so you don't feel like your hamstring is gonna snap. Careful with this variation. Hold. If the hamstring hurts, please don't do it. Nice and high, nice and lifted. Now we're gonna reverse flow. Release. Legs straight, act slowly. Inhale. On the exhale, we're gonna go down, 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 landing. Control on your body, back to triangle. You did it. Great job. Inhale, rise, rise. And on the exhale, bring your hands in prayer. And your waist. Man, that's such an uplifting little vinyasa. Puts like a fresh shot of espresso on your head. Makes you very awake, very alive. Now, bring your feet again parallel. You now need to move your block. If you like to work with blocks, to the other side. If you don't like blocks, you don't have to use them. Arms open. Bring your feet underneath the wrist. And turn your feet to the other side. Front heel turns out 90. Back heel turns in. Make sure this happens. And make sure that the entire hip rotates. To give you comfort on your triangle and not push too hard. Now extend your arms open, take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, start bringing the hips in. Come forward, forward, forward. Bring now your hand down, rise. If you need a block, remember that block can go inside or outside. Beautiful Trikonasana. I think this is one of a favorite yoga poses because it just feels so good. Stretches us, strengthens, makes you flexible, but at the same time strong. Breathe, ujjayi. Maybe the hand can come off the leg into your belly for a moment, just making sure they're really connected, really engaged. Remember, a very well-aligned triangle probably will end up in a very good half moon or Ardha Chandrasana. No hesitation when you step to Ardha Chandrasana. Just trust yourself. Look forward and down. Use the block closer if you're gonna have it. I'm gonna go ahead without block. Bend your knee. Step forward. No hesitation. Find a drishti and go up. Up. Now try to keep the quality of the triangle, which is the openness of the chest. Don't enclose this way. You try to reach. Leg alive, chest alive, rise. Stay here if this is enough. If there is lots of room on hamstrings, you've done this before. You have no hamstring injuries. You can go and open, open, bend the knee if you need to. That will soften up in your hamstring. If you feel like your hamstring is going to become detached, it's because it is. So stop. You don't want a hamstring tear. They're painful and really bad to heal. So either the body is ready for this or it isn't, and you respect. Honor your body with no harm. Lift, lift. Now release. Take a deep inhale. Reverse flow. Exhale back to triangle. Hold. Same quality of your triangle. Lift, lift, lift. And on the next inhale, bring yourself up. And on the exhale, bring yourself down. Beautiful work, you guys. Let's do a little bit of a forward bend right here to not be sore on your legs. Right here, bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. And now fully straight. Bring now your arms behind you. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, forward bend. Forward bend. On the next inhale, bring yourself up, up, up. And on the exhale, bring your hands down. Now, take a deep inhale, bring yourself with knees bent and down. And on the exhale, close, and you're done. Okay, I'm going to go to the wall behind you to give you a preparation for people that want to balance on their hands. Okay? When you want to balance on your hands, you got to be careful that you're doing it the right way. Doing a few preparations before you start kicking. Sometimes kicking can get you in an addictive cycle that not ever feeling how the real strength is. The preparation that I'm going to do in that back wall, it gives you a very close sensation of what it is to stand on your hands. So let's do it together. Going into the back or into your wall. So what you're gonna do is sit with your legs absolutely straight against your wall, doing a 90-degree angle. So my feet right now is touching the wall, and your hands right now are gonna plant right with the end of the femur bone connects with the hip. So plant your hands there so you don't miss that measurement. Plant them, and now leave that sitting pose, one hand at the time so you don't miss your alignment. Plant them on the ground, and now you're gonna face with the glutes to the wall. Climb the wall, hands underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Don't ever start your climbing with collapsation on the arms, of collapsation of the shoulders. Feeling all your hand on the ground and engage. Put the shoulders down, down, down. Lift up like a downward facing dog against the wall. And now start one leg at the time to go up, up, up. This will be something really beginner when your legs are nice and high. This, getting the legs 90, will give you a really good sensation of what the strength you need for a headstand. And then you can bring one leg off the wall, go back and do the other side, and everything is in alignment. So you're barely touching the wall. Bring yourself down and then go slowly down. Another beautiful shot espresso right to your head. Now, after a couple of weeks of doing that and becoming stronger and stronger into your shoulders and needing less and less of that wall, then I recommend you start kicking into the legs. Meantime, probably not. For today, that was it. I think you had enough to practice. You can break these flows into different sequences. Maybe one day you're working legs and hamstrings, you want to do triangle. One day you're working balancing. You can do your tree pose, and of course inversions are always important. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a shavasana, so please let's go back to your mats. It's very nice to finish morning practice with inversions. I'm going to choose to do Shavasana with a prop underneath my heels and do a butterfly position to stretch the hips and open up. Releasing just for 5 minutes. Again, we're through the hour now, so if you need to go, you go and do your Shavasana in another time, but if you can't, you're going to stay here for longer periods of time. Beautiful. I'm going to let you be here. Relax your mind, relax yourself. I'll recommend you stay here for at least 7 to 10 minutes. And when you're done, you lift up, go into sitting and salute yourself with humbleness for the very hard work you did today. So stay here, relax for a few more minutes. As you are here in relaxation, letting you be there, I want to say goodbye to you. And with gratitude for giving yourself an hour of balance. Thank you so much. Namaste. Keep relaxing. See you next time. Remember, your donations are important for us to keep on going with this project. DrishtiCenter.com. There is a PayPal option. Namaste. Have a good one. With love, Anna.